Suddenly Houston throwing down the gauntlet, largest lead of this opening half, up 17 against the Thunder. Paul the drive and kick, setting the table for Diallo. Can the Thunder make a push here with under 3 minutes left before halftime? Paul steps into a three, that's good. Only his second field goal, that's his first three. Too much. Covington trying to tap it, it's Paul. Here he comes down the paint, taking flight, and here comes Oklahoma City. Harden, 21 points, and now can CP3 get his game going?
Opportunities to back cut for layups.
Here's Ferguson, that's a triple. Thunder desperately need more of that. But their lead still at 17 points. Gallo on a deep three, that's good. Well, can the Thunder put something together here? Westbrook advantage, Thunder. And then you look up and you see this score as Paul hits a rare three on a night that he has really struggled. Only his second three tonight. And now they'll reset. That's another three from Paul. Trying to give him a little shot in the arm here. Still plenty of time.
In the business of sports media and entertainment, Paul is all about the action, progress.
All the time. Mark, right?
Absolutely. I saw it, just the other day after Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell had a battle as Chris Paul knocks down the shot.
To Rivers for the easy three.
Chris Paul floats it inside. Good defense inside. Paul again on the follow and banks that one home. Schroeder fakes. Chris Paul dead on from three. His second three-pointer, he's in double figures now. Alexander kicks it out, they go up top to Paul. Passes on the three, drives inside, banks it home. 14 points for Chris Paul.
Good team, they're going to score some points.
Well, what do you want to see change?
Nothing, we just have to do a little bit better what we're doing.
Thank you so much, Mike.
EYBL circuit, and here at the AAU Nationals for Each One Teach One, the AAU team, and Chris Paul looking like a ball-handling pull-up drill there. Chris Paul, nice in and out dribble, pull up and one.
That's who they would like to target. Frustration by PJ Tucker. But this is Chris Paul doing Chris Paul things.
That's going to be the third foul on Tucker. Chris Paul hits the three right over the top of Robert Covington and Chris McLemore. Boy, Chris Paul, was that a drill? I mean, that was his first three on 4 attempts. Chris Paul to the basket.
That's too easy if you're Houston. You can see how frustrated Mike D'Antoni is.
Screen on Jeff Green for Paul. Harden switches on to him. Paul gets to the bucket for the lead. Gilgeous-Alexander got it! The Thunder lead by 1 with 13.8 to go. Great execution out of the timeout and a tremendous astute rate defensively. Shot clock down to 6 for Chris Paul. The three coming and falling.
I'm told he has a right knee contusion and he is doubtful to return for the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds of this game.
Wow. Chris Paul! Butter! Chris Paul trying to kiss goodbye to Houston, and he strips Eric Gordon.
For the three-point critical shot under duress of this shot clock.
Come on, come on, come on.
And it's especially sweet against a former teammate in Austin Rivers.
Harden and Dort, Eric Gordon and Chris Paul, and down the lane. Gallinari wide open.
And a little miscommunication that time.
Ferguson took it from him. And Chris Paul flipping it up and in.
Crafty, beautiful use of using
Danilo Gallinari, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Steven Adams. Now Chris Paul only had 4 in the first half.
There
you go. Chris Paul down the lane. Oh man, the bucket and the body and an opportunity for the three-point play.
Well, we'll go back to the soundtracks on Billy Donovan talking about the younger play. He may be the stronger player, especially his lower body. And speaking of lower body, Chris Paul gets his legs right there.
Sitting. And Noel batting that back out. Chris Paul flipping it up and in. The field goal and the foul.
Well, a lot of times on the offensive rebound, the pat back out for the Rockets.
Chris Paul gets around Harden all the way to the rim. We mentioned 150 clutch points. Chris Paul, mid-range jumper. What a great performer on the big stage at the end of games.
Know about his contract as Paul squares up and hits. Broke off extension talks with the team earlier this year. Played 18 minutes and has scored 5 points. Paul left open.
Responds in game 6. You know, when you're going to be in a matchup against James Harden, it's going to be difficult, and sometimes
Paul, strong. Paul, wow, what a finish there. Almost lost the handles. Quick, Paul and Schroeder close that gap, close the door. Now Paul inside, and Chris Paul takes it to the rack. Oklahoma City by 3 in the ball. Fancy dribbling there by Paul. Shoots up and over Green, and he's got it. Boy, you just knew it. He had all that rhythm. Haven't seen much of him in this second half. Again, Paul working on Green. Oh, Chris Paul taking Jeff Green one-on-one last 2 possessions.
Defense, everyone getting to the paint.
Paul for 3. Oh, a big shot for Chris Paul. That snaps a 14-1 Houston run. Had a big half as well. Played a ton of minutes. Now another 3-pointer is up. Oh, Chris Paul. What a big shot for Chris Paul again. Another made 3 for Paul. 13 points in the quarter for Paul.
Give the pick and roll for the switch.
And Paul gets right by him. It's going to be a foul. As Paul broke by Covington, he's called for the foul.
This is why he wanted this matchup.
This is a matchup that Chris Paul likes. They've been hunting switches for him on Covington. And that's why he likes it so much, Mark. Covington caught in the cross switch, and Chris Paul found the mismatch underneath. They'd have to win it partially with their defense here tonight at some point. Baisley off the CP3 dime, and Baisley knocks him. Chris Paul against Tucker. A couple of guys used to going head-to-head. They grew up within miles of each other. Chris has been able to turn it on most times when he wants. Chris Paul with a circus shots. Look at that sauce. Wow. Chris Paul at 35 years old. It was great effort by House. Chris Paul on the drive-by. Inside, Dort. Off the nice dime by Chris Paul. Covington getting up slowly. It's a 5-on-4. Paul from deep. Got it! And a timeout called by Houston. They had numbers and were able to capitalize in the poor transition by Covington. On the line, and they turn it over. Schroeder in transition over Westbrook for the finish. Covington, now he has it. He's going to back out and try and eat. Little in and out dribble, 3 on the way. CP3 right here, folks, right now, in the present. The Houston Rockets blow it up, deflect it away. They tried to get it to Adams, and ball game over.